Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're looking at a silent crisis that might actually be happening inside your body at this very moment. You know, your kidneys work tirelessly, filtering out waste and keeping you healthy. But the tricky thing is, they rarely complain until it's almost too late. In fact, so many people are completely unaware that their internal filters are under attack. Okay, let's dive into this, because the information we're unpacking today isn't just eye-opening, it's incredibly empowering, and it's going to give you the exact tools you need to protect your health starting right now.
13,300,000. Just let that number sink in for a second. In Japan alone, that is the estimated number of people living with chronic kidney disease. That's literally 1 in 8 adults. And the truly shocking part? The vast majority of them have absolutely no idea. Because the kidney is what doctors call a silent organ, its function can drop by half without showing any obvious symptoms at all. The severe reality here is that every single year, 40,000 new patients have to start dialysis. We're talking about being tethered to a machine in a hospital for 4 hours a day, 3 times a week. That completely changes how you live, travel, and eat. But if we catch it early, we can totally rewrite that future.
So you're probably wondering, how do we know if our kidneys are struggling? Well, I want you to take a moment and reflect on your own body. Let's walk through a quick diagnostic checklist to see if your kidneys might be silently crying out for help.
Walk through these warning signs with me. Are you waking up 2 or more times a night to use the restroom? That can actually be a sign your kidneys are losing their ability to concentrate urine. What about waking up with a puffy face or noticing pillow marks that take a long time to fade? That happens when your kidneys just can't process water properly anymore. You might also notice foamy urine that lingers in the bowl, which is a big sign that protein is leaking. Or maybe you're experiencing this unexplained heavy fatigue, even after a good night's sleep, strong sleepiness right after meals, or rising blood pressure that's creeping over 140. Now listen, if 3 or more of these apply to you, your kidneys are trying to communicate, and they need your immediate attention.
Now, if you're checking off those boxes, please take a deep breath. It is not your fault. Society has honestly fed us incredibly bad information for years. We were told that 100% fruit juice is this ultimate health drink, that we should be chugging massive amounts of water every day, and that taking handfuls of supplements will just magically protect us. But guys, that's a myth. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the reality on the right side. The true hidden enemy quietly destroying your kidneys is something you usually only hear about in relation to diabetes. It's high insulin.
Before we explain exactly what insulin is doing, let's quickly decode those confusing numbers you see on your annual health checkup. Think of your kidney as a highly precision machine, right? And inside, it has about 1 million delicate microscopic filters. eGFR is simply a measure of your filtration speed, how fast those tiny filters are actually cleaning your blood. If that number drops below 60, you're looking at chronic kidney disease. Creatinine, on the other hand, is a waste product from your muscles. Healthy kidneys easily filter it out. So if your doctor says your creatinine numbers are rising, it basically just means those million microscopic filters are getting clogged up.
Okay, so how on earth does insulin clog those filters? Well, every time we consume large amounts of fast-acting carbohydrates, our body pumps out insulin to manage the blood sugar. But chronically high insulin acts like a silent wrecker in 3 specific ways. First, it literally tells your kidneys to hoard sodium and water, which pushes your blood pressure up. Second, it activates your sympathetic nervous system, your fight-or-flight mode, which actively tightens your blood vessels. And third, and absolutely most importantly, it directly increases the pressure inside those delicate microscopic filters. Over time, that constant high pressure creates tiny, permanent scars.
And the speed of this damage? It's alarming. Research highlighted by the Japanese Society of Nephrology shows that chronic high insulin speeds up kidney deterioration by 1.8 times compared to someone with normal insulin levels. 1.8 times. That means your everyday habits, that morning orange juice, the big portions of white rice, the sweet drinks, they're forcing your body to crank up insulin, putting your kidneys under immense, continuous pressure. We have to act before that damage becomes irreversible.
Section 1. 5 Steps to Recovery. Healing your microscopic filters daily.
So the crucial point is, because this damage is driven by habits, it can be stopped by habits. We can completely change this narrative today. By lowering our insulin levels, we immediately relieve the pressure on our kidneys. Here's your high-level overview. These are 5 incredibly effective daily steps that can empower you to stop those massive insulin spikes and actually give your filters a chance to recover. Notice how none of these involve crazy extreme deprivation? They're all just about being strategic.
Step 1 is absolutely the most vital. You must stop consuming liquid sugar immediately. And yes, I'm sorry, but that includes that healthy 100% fruit juice. So many people think fruit juice is a health food. But honestly, fruit juice is essentially just sugar water, and a few vitamins, with all the protective fiber completely stripped away. Without that fiber, the sugar hits your bloodstream instantly, causing a massive insulin spike. The exact same goes for sports drinks, sweet canned coffees, and sodas. Swap them out today for water, carbonated water, or just plain black coffee. This one single change prevents multiple insulin spikes every single day.
Step 2 is all about sequence. Order matters. You don't necessarily have to give up carbs entirely, you just gotta eat them last. By eating your protein and dietary fiber first, things like eggs, tofu, fish, or a nice salad, you physically slow down the digestion process in your stomach. It's like putting up a roadblock. When you finally eat your rice or bread at the end of the meal, the sugar enters your blood nice and slowly, which drastically reduces the insulin spike.
Step 3 focuses on giving your hard-working organs a much-needed break. Think about modern life for a second. We wake up, eat breakfast at 6 a.m., and we might be snacking all the way until 11 p.m. That keeps insulin circulating all day and all night. By finishing your dinner at least 3 hours before bed and waiting just a bit before breakfast, you can easily create a 13-hour resting window. This allows your insulin to drop flat, giving your microscopic kidney filters a crucial vacation to repair themselves while you sleep.
And this brilliantly illustrates step 4, the cute 10-minute post-meal stroll. Think of your muscles as a brilliant sponge for sugar. When you take just a 10-minute stroll after a meal, heck, even a 5-minute one works, your muscle contractions physically pull sugar right out of your blood without needing much insulin to do it. This keeps your insulin levels beautifully low. And hey, if you have bad knees and can't walk, no problem. Just repeatedly move your ankles and flex your leg muscles while you're sitting on the sofa. It still triggers the exact same mechanism.
Finally, step 5, smart hydration. We really need to dismantle this myth that you have to force down gallons of water to flush your kidneys. That actually overworks them. Instead, simply use your urine color as your guide. You're aiming for a pale, sparkling yellow. If it's dark yellow or brownish, drink more water. And a super quick note, alcohol absolutely does not count towards your hydration because it actually forces your body to lose water. Now, before we look at some amazing success stories, I need to address the elephant in the room, supplements. The common expectation is that popping a kidney support pill will magically fix all the damage. But the medical reality? It's quite the opposite. Currently, there's very little evidence that any supplement significantly improves kidney function. In fact, if your kidneys are already declining, hitting them with high doses of vitamin C or certain minerals can actually overload your weakened filters and make things much worse. Always consult your doctor first if you have kidney concerns. Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 2, Real Patient Success Stories, proof that small changes create huge healing. Now, I totally get that making lifestyle changes can feel pretty daunting, but let's look at some real-world proof that this protocol works beautifully regardless of your age. First, meet Yamada. She's a 72-year-old former elementary school teacher. She came into the clinic complaining that she was waking up multiple times at night to pee and that her legs were heavily swollen. She actually told her doctor, "I just thought it was old age." She had no idea her kidneys were struggling, but her eGFR score had dropped to 52, putting her right at the entrance of stage 3 chronic kidney disease. Yamada had what she genuinely thought was a very healthy habit, drinking a glass of 100% orange juice every single morning. And after meals, she would just sit on the sofa and watch TV. But by simply swapping her morning juice for pure water, being mindful of her food order, and taking a 10-minute walk after meals, the transformation was staggering. Just 6 months later, her eGFR recovered from 52 all the way up to 59, the night peeing drastically reduced, and that uncomfortable swelling in her legs completely vanished. Then we have Kimura, a 68-year-old retired office worker. When his health checkup revealed an eGFR of 51, he was absolutely terrified he'd end up on dialysis. He was thoroughly confused, telling his doctor, "But I don't have diabetes. My blood sugar is completely normal."
But Kimura had a hidden insulin spiker. He drank 2 sweet canned coffees every single morning, and he ate his dinner really late, around 9 p.m., going straight to sleep right afterward. To fix this, he committed to switching to black coffee, moved his dinner time up to 7:30 p.m. to create that resting window, and started walking. Now, he said the first week of black coffee was tough, but by week 2, his post-meal fatigue completely disappeared. Within 1 year, his eGFR climbed from a dangerous 51 back up to nearly 60. His body felt remarkably lighter, and his kidneys were actively healing.
Yamada and Kimura prove that perfection isn't required to start healing, consistency is. So I want to officially invite you to a 21-day challenge. Pick just these 3 simple changes and stick to them for the next 3 weeks.
First, tonight, swap any sweet drinks for water or black coffee. Second, tomorrow morning, eat your protein or veggies before your carbs. And third, take a brisk 10-minute walk after lunch tomorrow. That's it. Just start there.
Now, a super quick but important reminder, this explainer is based on published research and clinical experience, but it's not personalized medical advice. If you have existing kidney issues, take this empowering knowledge right into your next doctor's appointment. Share these exact concepts with them so you can build a personalized plan together. That is exactly what this information is here for.
Well, we have covered a lot of ground today. We uncovered the silent reality of kidney disease, exposed high insulin as the hidden culprits, and laid out 5 actionable steps to relieve the pressure on your microscopic filters. I'll leave you with this thought on our final slide. Your kidneys have been working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, your entire life, without ever complaining. What small act of kindness will you show them today? Start small, stay consistent, and take control of your health. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I absolutely can't wait to explore our next topic with you.